indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the local time you do snow, now they're doing it.
No, they're saying like 811.
No, it's snowing right now, it's coming down good,
For us.
Is it?
yeah. And there's a lot of trucks out there, I couldn't even find a parking spot. You know,
Still there.
I'm quite few next door, I guess.
You just call it survey?
No, we didn't survey, but just what's in the area and what's gonna be.
Can we come in that back door? I mean, is it locked?
It's usually locked.
Use a lot.
Oh, okay.
Is that a different key?
No.
Same keys here.
It's just on there.
Both doors locked, the wooden one and the
That
glass
one's,
one.
that one's hard to get open.
And they
though.
both use the same key and the front door.
Did you forward it now, Joe?
See, there's, I saw an attachment on my phone, but I don't see an attachment on my computer here. You said you had an attachment, didn't you?
There's like 5, but it's not from me, it's from Josh.
Oh, Josh, okay. Alright. Okay, let's look at the minutes from last meeting.
November 3rd. So there should be, I added
Or,
it.
I mean, yeah, you got 2 of them in there, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh, you do? I
go
didn't
hit
see
this,
your-
hit the link.
This one?
Yes. There'll be one from, you weren't here, so I guess it doesn't
Yeah.
matter to you.
Yeah.
But it's the one from the 17th that we had the special meeting. There's one for the 3rd
Right.
and one for the 17th. So if we want to start with the earlier one, it'd be the 3rd.
Yeah, the 3rd. I don't know if I printed that one or not.
I'll make a motion to affect the minutes.
Second.
All those in favor to approve, raise your right hand. Okay.
Yeah, that was for 12, what was that one for?
11, you're on there.
Okay, so I was in it,
The
okay.
one with
so
all the people.
I
Yeah,
just wanted to make sure that I was not abstaining.
Yeah, that was
on
the 3rd.
Okay, alright.
that was the one that went till 9:57 p.m.
The one for 11/17, the only thing I saw was, Vicky, you moved to adjourn, but then she's not listed as a.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing I can see.
Yeah, that might be,
I moved to adjourn.
yeah, you weren't even here.
How could I have moved to adjourn?
It's probably just a copy over and I glanced over it.
Oh,
Yeah, we could fix it. Who, I can go back and look real quick if you
I'm
want.
still confused on which one we're on. Okay, 11-3 is the last one we had, besides the 11-17, right?
Josh.
So,
Pay the bills.
17.
oh, 11-17.
That was the
okay.
special meeting that you were at.
Brericks.
I got
Brericks
11-3
is
for me, that's why I was confused.
I could see who, cause that meeting was quick, I could see who.
Alright, that had to been short and sweet.
Is it glorious?
You know it too.
Who was out in the audience?
Should have been here.
Yeah,
I didn't get a second.
that was a 5-minute meeting. I
Right.
didn't make it, cause I didn't wanna give them whatever I had.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought that would be nice, I mean, so.
I don't know who,
I forgot his name.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dean moved, I don't know who seconded in that meeting.
John.
John did.
Okay, so I just changed the council member off of there.
So I abstained from that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Need a motion for that one too?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to second. Second.
Okay, Dean moved, Terry seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. That's everybody. Weren't you gonna abstain?
Well, that was.
That was for the 17th, right?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Yeah, the
You can
17th.
still approve it or not, you don't have to abstain, I mean.
Oh, I don't?
No,
Do
you
you
don't
wanna
have to.
I just was following what Ryan used to do all the time, cause he always did that, and I
Do you wanna
thought, okay,
abstain or,
yeah, no.
okay, perfect.
No,
We
but
should,
I thought that if we weren't here, that's what we were supposed to do.
we should, talk about that too, cause there were some other meetings too that we had that motions happened and before the full motion's out and said, someone's seconding, and then we're moving on very quick. So if we're making motions, let the person who's motioning completely make the motion in its entirety. 'Cause we had one that was a motion, but it wasn't the full thing, and then it got seconded, but it wasn't even done talking.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we should let the full motion get done, and then a second, and then,
Now,
So don't interrupt me while I'm speaking.
correct.
So-
You didn't sign that.
oh, I know,
Okay,
but
this is for the
I'm
third.
still.
That one's for the second.
Yeah, I know. So can I sign them both even though I might have abstained?
You
No, I
didn't
didn't
abstain.
abstain.
You didn't
Okay.
abstain,
So
yeah.
I still sign.
Alright.
All right, well, I'm learning something tonight.
And I'm gonna put that as corrected, cause we got the names switched. The 17th was corrected, as corrected.
Sorry about the confusion, everybody.
All right.
Live and learn, right?
You made it more interesting.
Is this why you guys missed me?
If you think you're never
Because
gonna
I'm a
learn.
pain. I asked too many questions. There you go.
There you go.
No comment.
Okay. Oh, I feel the love.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
Do Bill.
Okay, you're paying the bills now?
Is that what we're doing next?
Yeah, let's move to bills, yep. Sorry, I was focused on this, you know.
Yeah, short list of bills.
Yeah, you sure do.
Warrants over $500, not including payroll and payroll items. We have Hatch for $2,950.12. Impress, that's payroll. We have Menards for $656.53. Motorola Solutions for $895. National Oil and Gas for $1,504.30. And Underground Contractors for $2,598.97.
Move to approve.
Second.
All's in favor to approve the bills? That's everybody?
That's a nice one. Okay.
I'm using your pen, sorry.
That's right.
I can't find mine. Not my bag.
Hey Beth.
Yep.
Is the overall assessment what we're gonna be focusing on?
Yes.
Okay.
Kevin,
No.
thank you very much. Joe, you wanna pass it?
Yes, yes.
You got something to give to us?
Yep, you refined the numbers, right?
Yep.
For that. And, she asked me to pass it along to you on Wednesday, and I didn't pass it along to you, so I apologize, everybody.
Okay.
But I just printed copies of it. If you don't want to look at your screen, if you don't want to look at your screen, about 10 minutes ago I just forwarded it all over to you guys. So sorry for the last. That's my shtick. I like to give everything to you last minute. I know.
Okay, come up from today. So it's the Woodland Trail? No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what we sent the mayor was like an ADA letter and financial planner letters for each segment and the whole, depending on if you guys decide to move forward with anything or a portion of it or however you guys choose.
Before I don't mean to interrupt you,
Yeah,
but I
go
just
ahead.
want to say, we did update our ADA and Title VI
Okay,
stuff because we had to apply for community crossings. So I can get that. We can get that information to you.
okay, cause what you have posted online is not up to date, cause it has Michael Martin as your ADA.
Yeah, we just did it like a month or two ago. So
Okay,
we'll have to get that updated if you know how to get to that area.
Mhm.
Cause that's all I
Should be coming out soon.
Good, good. That's good. So,
So if you guys do decide to move forward tonight, I will need copies of your Title VI and ADA plan. And then an updated letter, all to push into this application. Cause that's,
yeah,
part of it.
the ADA stuff,
But we can worry about that after we
Yeah,
present this.
yeah. that's,
Okay, so last time I was here, we talked about segment 4, and that was the chosen segment to kind of move forward with. I put together tentative numbers at the last meeting. You guys then signed an agreement for us to take a deeper dive into segment 4 and break down the costs accurately. And so if you look at, okay, so we can do all of segment 4 or break it down as segment 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. You cannot move forward with 4.2 by itself because it doesn't have logical termini. Like, you could do it after you do 4.1 or after you do 4.3, but you can't start with it. You could also combine 4.1 and 4.2, which is what we actually recommend doing if you have the funding ability to do it or do it all at one time. So segment 4.1.
so 4.2 would actually go into the sidewalk on Woodburn Road. We just did, we ended with 4.2.
What's that?
We did 4.1 and 4.2, it looks like 4.2 would end at the sidewalk on Woodburn Road.
Yes. Sure. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Because mine's all in black and white.
I was
and
just
it's hard to look at.
processing how you couldn't do segment 2, and that seemed to be the logical reason why you couldn't, because tile mill, it doesn't have anything to go to.
Yeah, it has to have logic. It has to tie into something existing
Thanks, Sarah.
or have like a trailhead.
Color code for what they're.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I think my pages are all occupied.
Housing Road is not spelled correctly.
Okay, 4.1 is from Indiana 101 to the water treatment plant along Tile Mill Road. 4.2 follows the perimeter of the water treatment plant south, reaching Woodburn Road.
Yep.
And 4.3 goes from, how do you pronounce that, Robst? Or Road?
Ropes, yeah.
Following Woodburn Road and turning north back to Tile Mill. And that's all on page 3.
And that's without having a railroad crossing.
That
It's a
is,
separate project, right?
no, we have included that
Have you
in
included that? Okay.
the section 4.1.
Oh, okay.
It does mention in here, like if you go in a different order, we may have to rearrange where the railroad coordination is put in. But we currently have it in segment 4.1.
What, for the next call, when is this applied for? For the next
This
call?
is, the call ends on Friday at noon.
Okay, yeah.
The next call
was-
after that is next November.
Yeah, I was in my head, I was thinking we were going for next November. That's kinda why I didn't,
Ah,
so,
you guys talked about doing it this call.
We asked you to have it.
I thought it
done
was-
this fall.
I thought everybody
What's
was
that?
pretty much decided not to do
Yeah.
it this call and do it next year. Maybe I was
Well,
mistaken.
you wouldn't actually
Am I
be
right?
under
Most would,
contract,
Yeah, okay,
you wouldn't be under contract to do anything until late fall next year.
okay.
Like it would take 8 to 10 months to get through the entire process of applying, getting funds, putting it through RFP process, getting the consultant on board, and then getting your NDOT PO and notice to proceed.
Yeah,
So you wouldn't see a bill until probably November, December of next year for starting this project. So maybe that's why you thought next year, cause you really would be able to budget it for
Yeah.
2020.
It was a little
Seven.
murky, I think.
yeah, and I think, we were, because
That's a
since
lot
we already
going
did, we talked about since we already did the budget for 26.
Yeah.
That we didn't think we had the extra money, so we would have to be billed, the first part of the following year, you know what I mean?
Right, yep.
So,
And I think that's all doable.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was under the total impression that we were bumping it off another year, I wasn't expecting to have it this quick.
Well,
Thank
council
you.
spoke and
Thank you.
asked to have it by this meeting, so we
Thank you.
busted our tails and got it done.
Thank you for getting it done, appreciate it.
So
That's
if
on
you
me.
look at page 13 and 14, that breaks down each segment by your total costs. The first one is the entire project,
Mhm.
all at the same time, so it comes to total project cost of just under 4 million. And then segment 4.1 is $1.1 million, almost 1.2. Segment 4.2 is 1.2, and segment 4.3 is 1.9. And that's all of these are put together for construction in 2031. So if you only do a portion of it and want to apply for the next section next year or however 2 years from now, however that would go, we would just update the dollars and refresh the EA.
So at the end, so say we went forward with the whole thing, which was the first table there.
Yep.
3.9.
Mm-hmm.
You said the bill, if you wouldn't get your first bill until around this time next year, and so what cost is that?
So each project starts with the preliminary engineering. So preliminary engineering includes your survey, your early design, well, it includes all of design, and your right-of-way services, or like confirming what right-of-way is there and where the right-of-way lines are. The right-of-way line is the actual purchase of the right-of-way and the damages. So that is what that line is. Utilities are reimbursable utilities. And then the railroad, construction, and construction inspection.
Reimbursable, meaning we put out 100,000, we get reimbursed 80.
Reimbursable is like if a utility is within your within your easement. I don't know, I'm not a utility expert, but there's certain things that say if it's a reimbursable utility or not.
Okay, so back to my question. Next year, what's the bill gonna be? Is that the preliminary engineering cost?
Not all of it, no. That preliminary engineering goes through the entirety of the project through the bid process. So you're gonna see bills for preliminary engineering from late 2026 through 2031.
It'd be 27,000 for the first phase, right? If we take 4.1
It goes like, I would say year
engineering fee.
That'd be the
year 2 is pretty, year 2 and 3 are pretty heavy for preliminary engineering, because that's when a lot of the design actually happens. The first thing that happens in preliminary engineering is the survey.
I'm still not getting my question answered.
I don't have a specific number that you're gonna see, because it depends on what consultant you hire, what fee they present, like,
Well, you put the cost on here for you'd start with 4.1 probably if you did the whole thing, right?
what's that?
If we said, yeah, we wanna do the entire thing, let's start the entire thing,
Mhm.
okay? We're not gonna break it up into sections, we're gonna
Yep.
do what you guys recommend, do the whole thing. You're gonna start with 4.1, and the total engineering cost on that is 27,000. So is that
Not necessarily, like, cause these are all broken down separately, so you have to look at each one as a whole, because you have
it's kinda hard to
This-
approve something when we don't know.
Well, you gotta look at,
27,000 on segment 4.1
Mhm.
includes the setup for survey, like all of that. So that is pushed into segment 4.1. The total for all 3 phases by themselves is more than your total for this, cause you have
Segment 4.1
mobilization,
more.
demobilization.
4.1 more.
So we'll have some of the 27,000.
Consider segment 4 is broke down into 3 projects or 4 projects, something
Well,
like that.
yeah, it says segment 4-1, that's for the
So
whole thing.
the
Segment
one-
4-1,
3
1,
projects.
and there's segment 4-1-2, segment
Yep.
4-1-3.
The little one means all costs assume a construction date of 2031.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I guess it's 4-1-1, then 4-2-1, yeah, 4-3-1.
So are
I
you
would say
asking-
next year, you're not gonna see more than $30,000.
Kevin, are you
Okay,
asking
thank you.
just?
That's all I needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
I'm like, yeah, what do you,
Yeah,
you can't do, you know, it's
30
hard
to
to,
50, that would be my guess. I don't remember what I gave you last time at the last meeting.
but the
in
total
that
costs
year
are 116,000 and that's dispersed all the way
Right.
through 2031.
Yes.
So whatever those costs are gonna cost for when we start, whatever bill we get in there will be part of that 116,000, but it depends on who we hire and how long they take and what they do, and so our bills could vary. But the 116 is what you're saying is initially. So what about the rest of the stuff? So that's the engineering cost, so, yeah, what about the rest? What else will we get billed for next year?
Next year, nothing.
Just
Like it takes,
just the engineering cost,
right, so the year for phase section,
yeah,
that is like when NDOT would schedule those funds to be released in a PO. So you wouldn't even have a PO to use those dollars and get reimbursed from NDOT until those specific dates.
So Beth, one thing I liked about the last, the Excel spreadsheet that you
Yeah.
put together for last time is that it did have an estimate for each year.
Yeah.
That's not something you were able to provide for this more likely total cost.
We can, but I didn't do it for today. Yeah.
I think that would have been helpful for Kevin and all of us.
that seems a little backwards.
I'm sorry.
Seems like you get more detail per year once you do this and a
Right,
bigger
But the
view.
overall costs you say are gonna be more accurate with this
yes.
new version you gave, because the total for the last one, the total project was 3.4, so now it's closer 3.9.
And I don't know which one really went up, but
These are 5-year projects, it looks like.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff
Yeah.
into that.
yeah, I know.
Is there a possibility that the money will dry up from the state?
no. Once you are awarded this project, you might not get more, but you're guaranteed to get what you ask for.
The phase we pick first, we
Yeah.
guarantee that, but not the rest of it.
You would have to apply for another
Right.
project if you.
Oh gosh, yeah, so you'd want it, so that's why you guys are recommending just
Yeah,
go the whole thing.
at the time we apply, we were awarded that. and that's-
Everything's gonna get more
That's written in stone
expensive.
once
Yeah.
we get it,
Further
yeah.
out you
That
put it.
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be helpful if we knew more, cause like 30,000, you could be like, you know, that's what it's gonna cost next year roughly, and then what's it look like the year after that, you could still budget next year for that following year.
Right. What did I put in the spreadsheet for PE costs, preliminary engineering costs?
116.
No, for
27.
No, I said, no, she's
last time.
talking about the first one, the
So
Excel sheet
for
that you-
PE 2026, you had estimated 100 total.
But like, what was the actual total cost?
Total, you had estimated at 500
Okay,
for PE.
and I said how much in 26? Repeat the first thing, how much did I say?
100,000.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you'd be reimbursed 80% of that.
Right, but we have to have, if I remember, we have to have the 100 to pay up front, and then we get reimbursed after.
It's a revolving door, but yeah, like 75% of that I would definitely have in your account.
Okay.
Because you're constantly turning in pay applications to NDOT, who will then reimburse you that amount. Then you're sending in another one, getting reimbursed, so like,
But, and then the only thing that is due in full is the construction cost, right?
yes, your 20% is due upfront,
Okay,
so that
of the
515,
515.
that 515 is due upfront before they can start construction. You
So that's
won't
100,000,
owe that $2 million.
alright.
What?
So that's the 100,000?
No,
No?
that's total, that's your local project cost.
550.
That's our,
In that year, that is due.
those are our
Oh,
costs.
31. Over 5 years it'll be that.
No.
No?
Yes, Yes,
For that one.
It's our,
for that
that
line, just for
line.
that line, just for the construction cost, yes, that's our upfront cost for that, that year,
that's not gonna happen for almost 5 years, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yes.
right. And we only had to
We
pay
know it won't be in 3 years, won't move that quick.
Oh, yeah, what were you saying, yeah, so, remind me again of how that works, I remember you said it last time, it's like, when does that actually get built?
The construction?
It's, yeah, it's before like, right when you're under contract or something like that, you said, right?
Yeah, so it goes to letting and like NDOT puts it out for bid.
Yes,
They accept a bid. And then they say, here's what it bid for. You owe us this much,
okay, gotcha, yep, that's what I thought.
and send you a bill. So you have the contract with your designer and the construction inspection. NDOT holds the contract with the contractor. And that's why the billing is opposite.
They do the negotiation with the contractor, they do all the
Mhm.
specs and stuff with them directly, we don't get involved in that.
Right, correct.
So Kevin, you had some concerns about trying to do this when you had mentioned there's other major projects we've
Yeah.
gotta get done somewhat
Yeah.
timely around the city, the water tower is something you had mentioned.
Yeah,
What do we know about the cost and timeline for those other projects? Do we know any details on those?
The only project that I know is the water tower, and then the projects we have coming up next year for the CCMG stuff. Do we have anything more? I don't think we have anything outside of that we've talked about. We've talked about some other grants and some other opportunities of things that we can do to pay for the water tower, but and I don't know where that's at. And then you also have the
excuse me.
the money for the tax money, the HB1 that is going through. It's hard to know what's gonna happen with it, if it changes next year or the year after that, or if it doesn't, how it changes, kinda these costs, I don't know, I mean, I think.
There is
Have you-
inflation and contingency included in your construction dollars here.
Gotcha, and, okay, so, yeah, so
So it could be,
is that the only thing that has the inflation considered?
yeah, like when we put together the numbers for the construction inspection, we base that calculation off of the construction amount.
Okay.
So technically, there's inflation and everything calculated in that as well. And then the other thing to mention, on page 11, there's the other sources of funding. You can stack all of those on top of this fund, this grant. So that is potentially,
What was the last thing you just said, I'm sorry?
on page 11,
Mhm.
the other sources section are additional funding opportunities.
And that wasn't
Trails.
considered in your numbers?
Right, because it would be separate applications,
I gotcha,
but it would reduce the amount of local dollars that you would have to allocate.
gotcha. Yeah, gosh, I mean, just the two last ones on here, the Norfolk Southern and the T-Mobile are 100,000.
T-Mobile is available like all the time. I don't know how awardable, like how many people would actually get awarded.
Yeah, right.
So, but we'd have to pay somebody do we pay you guys, or do we pay someone else to apply for these? Or would we do them, or,
Can
We have
decide
a
how
grant
to
writer.
handle.
We have a
That-
grant writer on
NERC
contract.
might be able to help too. On
We
some
do
of
have
them.
We do have a writer, right?
Yeah, we hired him, about a year or two ago?
And we still have them?
I don't know, are we still under contract with them?
I thought
Okay,
we
let's not talk about that, let's just
Yeah.
continue on with this. We can talk about that as a separate subject.
So, yeah, I don't know, I mean, the money comes through, I mean, if it's something like 30,000, that's something that, if you guys wanted to reduce the budget and put it towards something like that for next year, and then budget some of these numbers, into the years after that, probably do it. But
Well, yeah, if we can apply for all of these, that would certainly help.
the edit money is not going up, I know, so right now, as it stands, the edit money is not going up, which is a good chunk of our budget. That's not going up, it's not going down, but it's definitely not going up. So there's always room to take things from other places and use it.
Did you
At a
guys
min-
apply
at a
for
minimum.
community crossings this last round?
Mm.
Did you
My
get your
next
letter
topic
today?
of discussion here.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's always an option.
Do we know what the new tax formula is gonna do for our revenue?
Reduce it.
Any idea
As
how
far
much?
as, no, nobody knows.
As it stands, you talk about that HB1, as it stands, the edit money that we get, the economic development income tax, whatever it's called, or CEDIT, is not going up. 26 and 27, we're not getting any more than we already had gotten in the past. And 28, it's supposed to be 0. We're not getting it at all.
How much do you think we get from them
That's like $500,000 of our,
per year?
yes.
And we're not gonna get any.
We're not gonna get the 500K per year then, 28.
Well, as it stands right now, there's gonna be different provisions in it where you have to like go and ask.
The bad part of it is that the fact that they're probably going to revise it and revise it and revise it
Yeah,
through future legislative sessions, so
so it's
we
like
don't know.
plan for, hope for the best and
Yeah.
prepare for the worst.
But they're under tremendous pressure to lower property taxes.
Yep.
They went through the roof.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the impetus right now.
So, yeah. I mean, if you guys wanna do it, that's your guys' decision. I think, again, the money's there, with, if anything, but it's up to you guys to decide how you guys wanna spend it. If something else comes up, we go, okay, is it between 30,000 for this or a new police car or something else that could become a factor in the future.
And in my opinion, progress is progress, so if you only do a small you only choose one segment to do,
Yeah, but
It's
like
still
you're
an
saying, once you get awarded that money, it's gonna be locked in. You do
Right.
one section, you're only getting a third of what it costs, or not even, it's like a quarter. So we do 4.1, you're getting 1 point, or whatever it is, 940 compared to the 300 that you need to do the whole
No.
thing.
well, yeah, because you're only completing that section 4.1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
And
but
then
later
you-
on in the future, if something happens to that program or the money is not there, you may not get that, we'll have 4.1 done and maybe not have the money, or the funding grants may not be there to do 4.2 and 4.3.
Yeah,
we
you
did
can't
that.
predict the future.
Yeah,
Like,
so getting it,
Rails is
so,
no
so
longer-
getting the whole thing, getting on books for the whole thing, getting the money and having it set up is like, why would you not do it?
I'd kind of be partial to doing maybe 4.1 and 2 because we already have sidewalks on section 4.3. So, like, it's not ideal to have a smaller walking portion for that latter half, but it's already connected. So that's half of the project
I
right
was
there.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why is that?
Why is what?
Why is
I guess taking the sidewalk out is harder than just putting in a new one.
is that
It's
what it
also
is? They take it out?
longer.
Yeah.
You have to take the
You would have
current
to
sidewalk have to
include
come
it.
out, cause you're putting a wider one in.
Oh my gosh.
You're going from a 5 foot to a 10 foot.
Yeah, that seems kind of silly.
And then
Drive a
you're
car on
acquiring the
Well,
rest
cause
of the
your
right
5
of way.
foot's not a trail.
Could we drive a Ranger on that?
I have, but.
Is there an estimated number of miles for each of these segments? I mean,
Yeah.
segment 3 looks the longest too.
You said section, oh, never mind, I'm sorry. Never mind.
I know I saw it,
Yeah.
I just don't know where.
I think I figured last time it was like $230 a foot. So that one I think is about a quarter of a mile. And one's like a mile 0.2 or something like that.
The one we did in Malmy Meadows is a quarter mile. From ash too.
That's just a quarter mile.
Yeah, it's a little bit, well, it's maybe 0.1 or 0.01 or 0.10 more than that.
I think your sheets last month had that on there.
So again,
Your papers last month had the distance on there.
Not that it really
The big
matters,
packet.
you know, at the end of the day. Yeah, I'd say all of it or those two, sections 4.1 and 4.2 on here.
And if you decide to do 4.1 and 4.2 together, your overall cost is gonna be less than what is listed in 4.1 and 4.2. Don't
Okay.
think we provided a financial commitment letter for those two sections.
it's a little bit
That's
higher
one
for
project.
mobilization and stuff like that, yeah.
Say that one more time?
If you go with 4.1 and 4.2 together,
Yeah.
what's listed on page 15, or 13 and 14, if you add, it's not gonna be a total of 1.175 plus 1.277, it's gonna be a little bit less than that,
Gotcha.
Cause everything's there.
as if it was going by itself, yeah.
You're fine.
I see what you're saying.
You're saying we have to know what to do by Friday is what you're saying, or?
The deadline is
I think
Friday.
I'm-
The application in Friday. You would need a Friday if you want to look at
We
what
don't
we're
either.
talking
Yeah.
about.
So it
4.1 and the
needs
next.
to be a
Yeah.
decision tonight,
remember that.
then
Right.
we go and make sure all of the application is filled out correctly and
Can we always-
all the attachments are
Yeah.
included
Question?
and
can we pull out if we can't afford it?
Once you apply, I mean,
Once
you
you
lose the
apply.
money,
Yeah.
and you can stop, but you'll lose the money, and,
you have to
then
return
we
what
probably
you
will have a black mark on
reimbursed.
us for,
Yeah.
Oh,
if we apply again, so.
I wanna do that.
No, the answer.
No.
You could get a black mark, what do you mean by that?
I like how you were,
But
And if you ever apply
they're not
for funds
going
again,
to-
they won't give them to you
They're not gonna let you
if
back
you,
more.
Huh?
They're
because
not
they
gonna
don't
give you no more money in the
trust
future.
you, that you're gonna
You
use
apply
the
for it
funds,
again, you can go to back of the line.
and somebody else would have.
Oh, yeah.
I think they back out after they
So-
commit to it.
yeah,
We don't wanna do
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little confused.
But if
No,
we-
the
if we don't go ahead
$10,000
with it now,
is
it
for
doesn't
this
screw
right
that
here.
up. We don't
What
get a
you
black
guys had
mark.
agreed for last time was for her to do this for you.
yeah, I thought the only thing we
Yeah.
were getting today was the refined numbers, I didn't think we were gonna look at actually applying for it now.
Oh, we're not gonna be doing that?
No,
We
Vicky,
could if we-
listen to what I'm saying, I said, I didn't realize that
Oh, I know.
your thoughts were that we were gonna look at the refined numbers today and actually think about applying.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought we were still bumping it off until next year.
She's only going based on what happened last meeting.
Yeah.
When you guys all
Right.
told her,
Right,
hurry up and get these numbers ready
Right.
before the next before the next
Right.
window closes.
That's the only thing I was expecting, I wasn't expecting us to consider applying.
But there'd be no reason for her to hurry up and do this if we weren't gonna do it
Right.
Friday.
Beth and I were
Yeah.
on the same way.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I thought too, that's why I'm confused.
It was a long meeting last time and that's what I
Yeah, it
said.
was.
Throwing things up and
9
just,
o'clock,
I
what?
don't think it was clear for all of us.
no, it was clear. That's why I told everybody that
Yeah.
you guys just shouldn't throw your hands up at 10 grand.
Right,
Take a second, let's take a beat and think about it, and everyone threw a motion out and threw it up.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember that.
it was clear, it was very, very clear. Don't downplay it.
It was clear, I agree. That's why
Okay,
I thought we were,
'Cause he said so.
you said so.
no, I believe that. I mean, I remember that, cause you were kind of upset.
I just don't like, we just need more time to look at things, I think, instead of just raising our hand and going, yep, we're on the hook for 800 grand. Or $10,000.
So where do we go with it now?
Right, that's why I wanna know.
Well, she said we're still good, we can still use these in the future, it sounds like, right?
Yep.
That we could still use these in the future, so it's not like if you guys don't vote on it, don't vote this round, it's not like it's a waste of the money, this is still good, which,
For how long?
You might estimate
Well-
the numbers again to be a little
Yeah.
higher.
Yeah, like
Right.
we'll refigure the numbers
But
next
I mean,
year.
how long will these numbers last? I mean, how much time do we have?
They're basically good today.
right now.
They're good for
Yep.
this call,
New numbers next year if we
Yes.
wanna consider it.
Oh,
but I would consider considering it earlier,
yeah.
like while you're putting budgets together
Mhm.
or
Yep.
wait, like August, September, October timeframe.
I mean, I see opportunity to just jump for it and go for it with all the other grants that are available, with Kevin's less reluctance today.
But what does it cost us to get grants to
But I
cover that?
sense a lot of hesitation to just jump for it today, and so I'm absolutely okay with not moving forward with it at this point.
I can see us being able to do it if we did it today. I mean, I wasn't intending on you guys making a decision to move forward today. That wasn't even in my head, but if we did make a decision today, I can see us making it, you know.
I'd have to see a breakdown of a better estimate of what you think it's gonna be each year, broken down a little bit better.
I mean, I would use that initial estimate as your first run at it.
Well,
It's-
you have more refined numbers here, I'd like to see
I
your
will, I
logic
can put
behind
these
that
together,
with
yes,
these numbers, yeah.
but it's just gonna be
I
a
can
little
say,
bit percentage difference
You're right. I
based
don't
off
think
of
that's
the
a big
numbers.
deal.
So
I think
we
the big
wanna
deal is if we
table
wanna
this
go
to
with a
the
big
next meeting.
project or we don't feel we can. To have that tweak 2 or 3%, I don't think means anything.
I'd have to find the original one.
yeah, the major changes from the original was construction went up pretty significantly from 2.2 total to 2.6, which from what you said, Beth, that's what made the inspection cost go up as well.
Mhm.
The preliminary engineering was pretty close, 500,000 the first one, 580 now. Right of way is way less now than it was.
And I think the reason for that partly is like I literally pulled a number out of the air.
Mean on the engineering.
Not on the engineering, no.
How come
'cause
that went
that's-
up so much? That's the soonest bill we'd have to pay.
How did that go up so
Where
much?
construction, you got 5 years, I can see the inflation, but how'd that go from 500 to 580?
Because when I had a construction cost, and that's all I had, like based off of historic numbers, your PE is 12 to 15% of your construction.
Okay, so it's a percentage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I put that.
Well, Kevin, I know we gave her the right, or the order to go ahead and crunch the numbers, but I was a little bit murked up on what the decision process was gonna be. I guess my concern is it's gonna be the revenue with the tax changes coming up in the next few years. So. The fact we're gonna have lower revenue. Plus we got these other pressures, these other projects that are gonna come upon us.
Yeah, I'm just so hesitant because the first thing I see of it is when she came last week and I pull the email up while we're in the meeting. And now she's here again to do it, and the first time I see it is when I pull it up in a meeting. And none of you guys are here day to day. No one else is here. And then all of a sudden it's like, all right, let's go forward with this. So I know everybody's like, it's gonna be okay, we could do it. But I don't know, I don't have all the information. This is the information I'm given right on the spot. So that's why I'm not reluctant, I'm just uninformed because I don't get information before the meeting. Things cannot
Study
run
it,
like
right.
that.
Right.
Things don't operate like that.
I want to
So-
say, Kevin, I really appreciate how you worded that today.
Yeah.
That was very well said, and I totally understand those feelings.
And it's nothing against you guys. I understand that everybody's got their lives and this is my full-time thing, so it's different from me to you guys.
Yeah.
So, and I would like to be able to to agree with it. I'm not against the trails at all, 0% against them. I'm 100% for them. I just don't have all the information, so I can't make a decision and go, yeah, we can do this, or no, we can't, when I don't know. So, if you guys want to go for it and take a leap of faith, then I mean, it's your guys' city. You know, if something happens and we can't pay it, then I don't know. That's I don't know. I'm just letting you guys fully know right now that I have as much information on this as you guys do in terms of financials.
I can't
So-
vote for it until I know what the revenue drop's gonna be in the city. It's kinda going from taking a pay cut. You
I
got
mean,
your
we
house
won't be
budget.
voting on this for years then, I guess, right?
Well, maybe, I don't know.
If we don't say, you know, and again, I wanna be clear, I wasn't expecting to have to decide to do this today. It wasn't even in my head. I thought we were bumping it to next year, so it's not like I'm
Right,
pushing,
but-
like you suggested, I wasn't pushing it on everybody. I wasn't doing that.
Right.
I wasn't expecting it till next year, you know,
But your point is,
and when, so,
It's,
I get that, but.
you're saying,
but,
are you pushing it on people? I never see you pushing on people. I said you gave us the information in the meeting.
No, I know that.
Okay.
As far as making a decision,
Okay.
that wasn't my intention.
I thought
to
you
do
were
that.
saying that I was saying that you were pushing it on us.
No,
I
I
don't
wasn't,
think
I wasn't
that's
saying
your
that.
point?
I wasn't saying that.
Okay.
point,
My point is, if we say no today, is it gonna be a no next year because of this? Or is it gonna be a no next year because of this? We need to keep moving the city forward, and sitting in these seats, we make tough decisions. You know, sometimes we gamble a little bit, you know? We have to, that's the idea of us sitting in these chairs. We have to make the tough decisions, and if we don't make this tough decision now, are we gonna make the tough decision next year?
We could budget for it. We have a better idea, and we
Yeah.
could say,
Yeah.
we're not gonna spend money on this. We're
So
gonna
then the
hold off
answer
on
is
this.
yes, we will.
And we're gonna
next
do
year.
this.
Yeah,
We could,
so,
if we can get information, if all of us, including myself, can get information on anything prior to 4 seconds before we have to, vote on something.
it was actually 10 seconds, so.
About 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so if we can get information in, you know, a more advanced time, and it's not a gamble, I mean, this, you know, the money, I don't know, that's not I don't think that was a good thing to say, good gambling on it.
we have. to
Gambling
go-
on a project, okay, but hundreds of thousands of dollars of money that's not ours.
We
this
have
is
to get a water
taxpayer money.
tower too. Sounds like we have to get one.
I think there's other avenues for that. I don't think that's a stronghold that's holding, it's not holding me up.
It's not.
No, cause I think there's other things that we can do to get money for the water tower. I don't know yet.
You have two separate funds though.
Hmm.
Those are separate funding.
Yeah, there's different opportunities for that. I think this is definitely something that could be in the
I
future.
don't like that you guys are just seeing this information either. Like, that's not the way we do business. But we had
This is
2
not,
weeks to
this
get
is
it
not on
together.
you.
Yeah.
This ain't on
2
you.
weeks ago. 2 weeks was a short period, had to get that information, yeah.
Yeah.
maybe 3, but still very tight.
Well, so we're gonna table it till first of the year
Is-
or next
It's not,
month?
it's not really a table, it's just say, hey, we're not gonna vote on it now.
Well, that's the same, table.
Well,
Table's
table
an
means
official
you're gonna
vote to
revisit
table
it
something
next
else.
meeting.
Yeah.
Do you wanna move to table, Vicky?
No,
No,
we're,
because you gotta bring it up next meeting.
we're backing the
Yeah.
clock up though.
Yeah, just let it. You don't wanna forget about it, cause you need
Yes.
to you need to budget for it. If you're not gonna, this year, you need to budget for it on the next budget, have it in mind.
I
Of
mean,
what
not
these
to-
numbers
I was-
actually
Again, you
are.
guys need to
Yeah.
understand, I wasn't
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
force a decision tonight.
Okay.
It was not my intention at all.
I don't see.
I just thought we were getting these numbers tonight, that's it,
Right.
so.
Yeah.
There's that.
Now you're just gonna use these numbers for budgeting purposes.
Right,
So the things on my mind about it are Beth had raised some potential concerns with applying next year is that there will be more competition because there are some other grants that are going away. Obviously, this quote is only good for right now, so subject to go up, could go down. We don't know.
I doubt it.
It could go down, right? But not likely.
Theoretically, yes.
I don't like the idea of postponing because of the SB1 unknowns because of how much it could still change. You know, there's still opportunity with how it currently sits for us to get the money from the county, from what I gotta remember people's names, but the finance guy from last time mentioned that that's what the seated replacement would be under the current structure.
But they have to prove that.
But the county has to approve it. And, you know, with all the other grants that are listed here, again, who knows that we get those, but there's a lot of opportunity to cover those costs that we have to put up front in that first year, which is pretty low. So it sounds like our first year financial commitment will be pretty small. The future stuff, we can budget for better because it's so far out, the bulk of it being the construction 4 years out from now. And that's not as concerning to me when I look at it. So those are my thoughts.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
It does.
Any additional concerns about moving forward?
You've heard mine. I mean, if we take a 30% revenue cut or 20 or, that makes all these things, it puts different light onto all this stuff. I want the city to progress, obviously you know that, as far as building houses around here and stuff. But we have to be good stewards or managers of the resources, and we don't really know what those are in the future. That to me is the big bugaboo. I mean, now, we are building new houses, we may get a less revenue per house, but we have more houses, maybe it's not gonna be it yet.
That's what I'm trying to figure
But I don't know. So, be nice if we could figure that out. Is there a way we can do that, or
Do what now?
to figure out what the revenue situation will be?
with these new
Well,
homes being.
like,
Crystal ball?
like I said before, are you talking about new revenue because of more people paying property tax in the city? Or are you
Right.
talking about SB1 or
Both.
SEA1?
Both, how they offset each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're in a good situation that it should offset.
Again, SEA1, they'll probably vote to change it two or three times before then, too. So it might get worse, it might get better,
Maybe
who
worse
knows?
than that,
So, it's really hard to. What I don't like is the fact that we are very, good planners here. We plan for things in the future, we think about things in the future, and the fact that we're talking about 2 years from now of having a huge revenue drop, some of the things we think about, we have to change, We can't think so far ahead in the future, which is the way we should. So.
Again, there's always money, there's money there. It's what, if you do it, where are we taking it from? So that's something for you guys to think about. My initial thoughts are that off, one, I'm just gonna reiterate, I don't like being put on the spot, not on the spot in terms of a vote, because obviously I don't have a vote, but the information being delivered and trying to say, yes, yeah, we can or we can't, on the spot, I don't like that. But from what you're saying, if that first initial year, next year, at the end of next year, you think the cost will be somewhere around $30,000, and that's gonna be our only cost for next year, then that's something we can swing from somewhere else, and then be able to budget better in the next year after that.
Yep.
But again, too, we're
Maybe
not
we
gonna
can-
get, I don't know how much the cost is after that, I don't know. I don't know what does that cost look like in, what would that be, 27?
Depending on
Yeah.
if you guys move forward tonight and what sections you move forward with, I can update that spreadsheet based off of the numbers that you're applying for.
So the 27, and
have-
then
Each year broken down with costs.
if we do apply I think the money that we would get from Terry, like you're saying, from extra taxes and stuff like that, that money, we already did that last year when we did the budget, and we only got, it wasn't that much, it was like 13 grand, which, I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it's not really that much in the total scheme of things.
Well, some of those because taxes are in the arrears, a lot of those
Right.
houses are just coming online,
Yeah.
so.
Well, no, because those are from house, they look back 3 years on that. It was for the 3-year growth period that was in there,
Oh,
that's where
3-year
those were
growth.
from.
Yeah. So it'll be a better audit next time.
So, I'm just what I'm thinking is the money can be there, again, it's just where are you gonna take it from? Where, what are we gonna spend it on instead of something else? So, the money's there, I'm not saying, no, we don't have that money, the money is definitely there, it's just it's allocated towards other things right now. And next year we can allocate it towards something, but you're gonna be taking it from something else in the budget somewhere and putting it towards that, so.
Actually, the commitment's not 27,000, it's gonna be around 235.
Yeah,
is what we're
235,
committing.
well,
Yeah.
up to 2031
Right,
Yeah.
that's what you're really committing to,
for section 4.1.
right?
Yeah.
The one section.
So,
And some of those too, we have to pay those funds, and we get remunerated on those, right? We get reimbursed,
All of them except construction. So
which is.
you pay the consultant upfront.
Mhm.
Turn in your pay voucher and your canceled check to NDOT. They reimburse you 80%.
Just-
Next month, you do the same thing.
Okay,
And it's,
and what was it, like you have to do one like every 6 months or something like that?
yeah, you can't go more than 6 months.
Will I have to submit reports quarterly with this project, just like we did with the Main Street project?
Yep.
So,
Hey guys, I think we could swing 4.1, my opinion. I think we could swing 4.1.
drain them out to zero?
Oh, what about 4.1 and 2? I don't know.
Oh, I thought you meant 4.1 million.
Close, but not quite.
Well, I don't have access to your checkbook, so.
Yeah, you do, you do, yes you do. You got everything I got access
The
to.
railroad cost, Beth, for segment 4.1, right? That
Yeah.
is separate from construction. It's still reimbursable, but it's probably all due pretty quickly, right? As opposed to the engineering, which is going to be in chunks.
So railroad is like, it's its own enemy. You're,
Yep. And she doesn't use that term lightly, they are
Oh.
the enemy.
you're gonna have
problem.
another contract from the railroad in addition to this. This for plan review, which is like $50,000. And flagging during construction, which I think I included in the original spreadsheet, but not in this cost, because this is what you're applying for reimbursement. So that is the only cost that is not accounted for in this spreadsheet,
So we'd be on the hook for it, but it's not reimbursable.
correct?
They have a, Norfolk Southern has a grant too.
Yes,
They'll be able to use the grant and apply it towards the crossing, yeah.
yes.
It's funny, we charge you this much, but hey, we can get you a grant.
They also have stuff for like safety, for police and stuff.
Good stuff.
So the separate railroad agreements in the previous was budgeted at 150. That sounds right?
So your $50,000 for plan review. So they hire another consultant to review the plans from the consultant that you hired to make sure that they coordinate with what they want. And then during construction, they have to have a flagger for when you're going over their stuff.
Yeah, they do their own project. They have to install the crosswalk to the end of their right of way on each side. We don't even touch it, we just pay them to do it. and they have their own process, basically.
Well, that, I don't know if it's like that.
That's what it was on the,
That
on
was-
the other side.
Yeah, but that was a different funding mechanism too. So I,
There's a different railroad company too. These guys aren't so bad.
Yeah, but I think we can't do anything past their right of way. They do everything to their right of way, don't they?
did they approve the plans?
And the last one, that's
I
the
mean,
way
every-
they did it.
I'd have to double check.
Okay,
We weren't allowed to touch. We went up right up to the right of way. We weren't allowed to do anything from right of way to right of way. They had to have their guys do it, and they did a piss poor job at it.
they
and then
did
we
the
had to pay
entire
for it.
crosswalk, yeah. So,
See, I think other, like,
Norfolk, so,
this funding mechanism,
Mhm.
the contractor does all of it,
oh wow, okay.
which is why they have the flagger. They have their own
Their own
person out
flagger.
there.
So to be
overseeing the
clear on this
construction.
railroad piece, is it just the crosswalk? Could we ditch the crosswalk for this section?
No, not for a federal funding mechanism.
Yeah, cause
If you
of,
were doing it locally, yes, you could.
And that's because we're trying to connect the existing one to this 4.1? I guess I'm unclear, right? I mean, from the way this is drawn, I assume the trail's going on the south side of Tile Mill Road, not directly next to the railroad itself. And if it's just the crossing,
It's just the crossing, but it has to then connect to the existing.
Skylar, my only thoughts on that are people are gonna go on one trail
right,
and they're gonna constantly wanna cross and go to the other trail. So I think it's better to knock that out
okay.
with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause we're gonna have a lot of people trying to cross the railroad right there.
So it's to connect the Maumee Trail to this
Yeah.
other.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he's asked. That's
Because you
you're
could
asking
do it, you could say you'd wanna do the railroad crossing with segment 4.3, theoretically, if it's just that
Yes.
connection.
Yeah,
Right.
But because we want them connected, we wanna get it done sooner. Or with 4.1 was the assumption.
You have to have logical termini on both ends of the trail. So it can't just end somewhere. It has to either continue or end at a trailhead or something
Okay,
with this funding mechanism.
that makes sense to me, thank you.
Yes.
So 4.1 is any of the trailhead at the shop.
say that again?
So 4.11 is ending at a trailhead.
It starts at the railroad crossing
Mm-hmm.
by Heckley's.
So you just had to end it.
Front
end
and
it
falsing.
So
crossing
that
too?
that ties into the existing trail.
So if we didn't do the crossing, that would be an illogical ending or
Yeah.
starting point.
We haven't decided where a trailhead is gonna be yet.
He
And
said,
then it
Ryan's
ends at
asking at the
existing
end
sidewalk.
of at the other end of the trail from Maumee Meadow, you guys are gonna go all the way down. What's gonna be at the other end?
It will connect to the sidewalk.
Yep.
There's no sidewalk.
Oh, you're talking about Mommy.
You just talked about
Yeah.
4.1.
Yeah,
Right.
4.11.
Oh, okay,
Well, we could-
okay, yeah.
At
So
the water
stop.
treatment plant, there was
Right. Yes.
potential trailhead.
That's all the way down though. Your trail stops.
Right there.
At the beginning of the plan.
Okay, look. This is you talk about this one, it's 4.1 right here. This is the trailheads all the way down here. He's asking what's gonna be right here. How can you end it right here if you have to have it connected to something?
We have
That's what you're asking, right?
That was what she just said though, right? That's why I asked the question,
We
sorry.
haven't planned a trailhead yet. I know that says it right there because I talked about it, but we haven't even decided that we're gonna put a trailhead there yet.
Yeah,
So we'll put a trailhead where it's most logical. And according to that, it stops right at the beginning of the plan. It goes
yes.
down.
And they're going down and around, then it's 4.2, right?
So if you have to start and stop somewhere, how can you just stop down here? How can you just stop 4.1 there?
That's why she said you wanna do 4.2 with 4.1. You don't wanna stop the trail. That's why she said that.
I thought you said you could do
You
4.1
can do 4.1 by
by
itself
itself, but you can't do 4.2 by itself.
Because it doesn't.
because
That
it
doesn't
doesn't
make-
connect to anything on either side.
Yeah.
Oh,
Connects
okay.
to the sidewalk.
Okay. Well, it'll connect to Maumee.
No, there is no, that's out. Oh, yeah.
Sidewalk is there, yeah.
I think we're confusing you more than, more than you're
Make it next to a
confusing us.
sidewalk.
That's what I was just wondering, yeah, cause you said it has to start and stop somewhere. What'd you say, logically or what?
Logical termini is what they call it.
Yeah, so my question is, if you just did 4.1, where would you, what's the other end? I thought that's what you were asking, maybe
It is what, because I thought you said it couldn't end nowhere.
yeah, logical.
You might have to make a trailhead then if you did just 4.1. You might have to make the trailhead.
But it's not
at the
really,
treatment plant.
not really much trailhead there with the lift station sitting right there. Not much room to put one.
That's what I thought you were saying, that's what I was saying, if there is nothing there, how could you end
4.2, I
it?
guess, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was asking the question, yeah.
Yeah,
You know, the thing is, we did 4.1 and 2. 4.3 has natural good sidewalks.
You don't have to
there.
touch 4.3.
You could,
for a
You
long
can-
time, yeah.
Yeah.
We might be
Could
able to
use
use
that.
other mechanisms too.
Because it ends at a sidewalk at least. It's not quite the trail, but it ends at a sidewalk to make the loop.
I think they're pretty wide, aren't they?
5 foot, I think. Yeah. I would guess. I'm assuming they're 5 foot sidewalks.
Is there a sidewalk right now on Fallsing over here?
It's on this side.
It's on this side, okay.
Goes up to the library.
Yeah, that's right. I guess it shows on the map, it's on this side.
I guess that's my
You got the
question,
Heckley lot.
why do you have to have, why does it have, it's not a trail if it's a sidewalk?
Correct.
Correct.
Trail has to be so wide.
And it has to be,
So
why does it have to be a trail, why can't it just end at a sidewalk?
Well, it can.
Why do we have to rip the sidewalk out and put the trail in there?
If you wanna
You-
call
Well,
it a
you
trail,
want, you want trails to be complete. You know,
Yeah,
don't
you
want
want
them
it to look,
go from wide to
uniform.
narrow to wide, you know.
yeah. And that's how they all are.
And then you could say, well, why don't you just go down this way? Well, that's a lot more, that's a lot more, we're utilizing an existing right of way where there's an existing sidewalk where you can replace it with a trail instead of purchasing new right of way to insert a trail.
How wide is the trail?
10.
10 feet.
Minimum 8, 10 feet. 10 feet is standard, yeah.
Okay.
They're actually going up to 12 now.
Oh
Are you
my
really?
gosh.
Wow, wow.
So
This includes
Okay.
12.
Drive a car right now.
This is getting kind
Yeah.
of long. Let's just, okay. If we're not gonna make a decision tonight, if we're not gonna do it tonight, let's just make a decision. And
I will move to go forward with the implementation of this plan for segments 4.1 and 4.2.
for the call, this call.
for this call.
Frat by
This
Friday.
let me make a comment to your motion. This call, how is that going to be submitted? Are you gonna send me a lot of paperwork that I have to fill out, or are you gonna just send me paperwork to sign, or, okay, good, because,
Because you have to.
yeah. I mean, if you got an office in Fort Wayne, I'd be happy to go up there too. So,
I am in Indy until Thursday, but we can be in contact.
okay, okay.
I have some reluctance, but on the other hand, I see new people walking all the time out here on these roads and streets. And the city is a boring city. We need to do something to get rid of, people gotta do stuff here. You know what I mean? We gotta make this if you're Leo, you got beautiful trees and rivers and stuff. We don't have that. But we've gotta do something to put the eye appeal, the optics on the city.
We gotta start having other amenities, is what you're saying.
We do.
And you do see a lot of people walking.
You do.
Yeah. You do.
You know, yeah.
And it's not the same people, it's different people all the time. I see different people up and down our street all the time, different.
Well, yeah, and then down Becker Road now, they're all
Yeah.
walking. And it's a little safer too. You got the aesthetics there of the sewer plant, right, on 4.2.
You got a lot of ducks and birds out there.
That'd be something to see.
Alright, so,
That'd be something to see.
anybody else? Any
There's a motion on the
there's a
table.
motion on it?
Yeah, I would second that then.
Okay.
To do both of them, like you said. Yeah.
Alright, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed? Alright, Alright, so that's 4 in favor, 1 opposed.
I would ask for one more motion for Mayor Kelsey to be able to sign a financial commitment letter not to exceed the total cost of both of those sections together, which is $2,453,267. Cause he will have to sign that to be
Sign his
submitted.
life away.
Wait a minute. Anyway, I'm sorry, Beth, can you explain that again more clearly? I'm sorry.
So the cost outlined in this
Yes,
for the total cost of the project.
adding total costs and,
4.1 plus 4.2
Okay.
is that 2.453 number.
okay,
And you have to submit a financial commitment letter with your application. So you guys need to,
is the commitment letter for the committing 2 point, what, or whatever?
you're committing your local funds.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
is 80 or 20% of that.
Alright,
About $500,000.
we need to ask for a motion to give me permission to sign that.
I will move to assign Mayor Kelsey permission to sign the financial commitment letter for this project to not exceed the 2.3,
2.45,
2.4.
how would you say it out loud? $2,453,267.
Looks like our commitment to that would be about 490,000.
And keep in mind, we have the opportunity to apply for other grants as well.
Say it one more time, 2 million?
You wanna just say 2.5?
Not to exceed 200.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So I move to grant Mayor Kelsey the permission to sign this financial commitment letter for the two segments, 4.1 and 4.2, for the amount not to exceed $2.5 million.
Do we have a second? Second. Alright, all those in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Nope, that's everybody.
Thank you. We'll get to work.
Yeah, I need to reiterate that too, thank you guys, I think this is good for the city, I know it's giving Kevin heartburn over here, but we will figure it out and we will make it happen.
He says
That will be the
something.
last time you get last minute information, hopefully.
I doubt it.
Probably not.
At least on this project.
Yeah, I'll have to move to get commitment from Mayor Kelsey to send things when he gets them to me.
So, yeah, something like that. Alright, I'll do it. Alright.
Next item.
Okay. Anybody want a drink of water, breath?
What else do we have to do?
Yeah,
I
how
have
much
good
more
news.
is there? That changes my answer.
What's that?
How much more is there? That changes my answer on whether I want.
Well, you're gonna like this, I have good news for us. I just got the word today, we got the Community Crossings grant, $962,000, $962,328 for the Community Crossings project we applied for, and that I applied for in October. So yeah, we were awarded that. That's, community crossings are road improvements for the streets that, Dean, you know, we've done many years. You've seen the streets get improved here and there. So yeah, this is another project we got approved for, so that's good. No extra money, I'm not asking for any extra money, we already allocated all of our 20%, so no big deal there. And I was trying to get an update on the website, the city's website, do you have an update on that
Soon,
soon?
soon.
They didn't give a date?
No, they were behind, and
No.
they didn't let me know. I messaged them, asked them what was going on. They said they were a couple weeks away from data conversion, And I'm looking at it going, you guys are only 2 weeks away from what your launch was supposed to be. So I messaged the girl and said, hey, what's going on? Rachel has to do some classes tomorrow to learn about it or online stuff.
Mhm.
And they said they weren't gonna meet the deadline. My thought was, when'd you plan on telling me? So,
Wow.
yeah.
Have we paid them in advance?
No. We paid half of what
Okay.
is normally paid.
Okay.
So soon.
They're not
soon.
scheduling any meetings or anything?
Yeah, Rachel they have 2 little sessions they have to do with Rachel that should show her how the website works and stuff like that. I don't know if it's gonna be our website, how our website works, or just how their whole program works. But I know that's scheduled, there's 2 sessions for that, she has to do both of them. I think one is tomorrow at 1:30. Yeah, tomorrow's the first session at 1:30, and I don't know when session 2 is. It's not too far off from that. But I think they have to do these before they can hand us over the website, so I'm assuming it's gonna be very soon.
Alright. Let us all know.
Just backing up a little, this ADA form, what's the deal with that? Are we okay with that?
Yeah, cause we had to update it and we actually approved it, at a meeting. I'm now the ADA coordinator, cause nobody else wanted to do it, so.
Okay.
And we'll have to get that documentation to you.
Yep.
But yeah,
And then we'll have you sign this letter, the ADA Title VI letter as well, or change the name to you.
sounds
So
good, sounds
we
good.
will
Also,
get
because
you
I,
other letters.
what's that?
I said, we'll get you other letters.
Because I love contention and I love long meetings. I got one more subject to cover. Terry knows what I'm gonna cover right now.
Okay, that's good news too, right?
Yeah, it's actually good news. Remember 2 meetings ago when we talked about the contract with Lakeland? It was supposedly Lakeland, and the contract was up to $100,000. So I spoke with Chris McKenna again after that, and he told me, remember at the meeting we said they committed to having it by Friday, and he got it in by Friday. Okay, got it in by Friday. So came back with a bill. Mind you, this contract was with Lakeland, right? I get a bill from Baseline Internet for $60,000. Quantity 1, very little description, $60,000. And I'm thinking to myself, what, how did you get this done in 1 day? Basically, he said they came on a Saturday and did this in 1 day. That was that Friday that I got that was the same day as the mayor's roundtable. Coming home from the mayor's roundtable, Josh from Lakeland calls me. And he says, hey Mayor, I've been trying to get a hold of you. He says, I wanna get in touch with you about, completing that project we talked about last year. And I said, I thought it was already complete. He said, no, we hadn't done anything. I said, I spoke to Chris McKenna and he gave me an invoice and said he did it. He said, we didn't authorize him to do any of that, and the contract was with Lakeland, right? So, I sent all this to the city's attorney to say, hey, look,
Yeah.
we got a bill from somebody else. We signed a contract with this company. It's probably a lot more than what we should pay anyway. Gave him all the information. He's not gonna be back till next week. But anyway, I met with the people from Lakeland. They came in here and they reiterated the fact that they did not authorize this to be done. Not at all. Not at all.
Oh my gosh.
And just today, I received a call from a representative of Baseline who said, yeah, I understand that that we're kind of caught in the middle of some conflict here. And I said, yeah, right. I said, look, here's what happened. I said, and I explained to him what happened. I said, look, I defended this other guy, and I got a lot of heat from city council for defending him, because I'm sitting here trying to defend, a lot of money. And he said, look, he said, did you get what you needed? I said, I don't even know if I got what I needed. I said, you sent me this, they sent me this report. I don't even know if it's what we're supposed to get. He said, and I said, and then we got a bill for $60,000. He said, don't worry about the bill. He said, don't worry about it, I'll just cancel it. So, yeah, so the bill for that is canceled.
Did you say too, you got an idea what those really should have cost, those studies?
5 to 10,000.
Oh
Something
my
like that.
god.
So somebody was gouging.
So,
Wow.
so adding that to what we were just talking about, we originally committed 100,000. I think 53,000. Was it 53 or 47,000? Was
I can't remember which. It was one of those two.
approximately 50,000 of that was money that we got in. It's called ARPA, federal money that has to be spent by a certain time. Has to be spent by the end of 26. We have to spend it, or else it'll go back to the federal government. So, if we want to commit to, paying Lakeland money for some of the infrastructure to help get fiber started, I say we limit it to, like you said at 2 meetings ago, limit it to the amount that we have to pay from ARPA. You know what I mean? That'll give us another $50,000 that we budgeted for this year to add towards the trails.
There you go.
If we can do a reappropriate,
Make a change of vote now, Becky?
I didn't want to bring that up while we were talking about that, because you guys would have all started asking me questions and it would have derailed this conversation.
No.
So-
We never budgeted for that. You pledged the money and then they all voted on to do it, but it was never budgeted.
What?
We never budgeted it.
I thought we budgeted 100,000.
No.
Okay.
No. We had the ARPA money.
I voted no.
Yeah, you voted no.
Yeah, we had the ARPA money. You signed the contract, and then they all had to vote for that extra money. But it was like at the end of the year, or beginning of the year. It was after budget was already done.
Maybe I used the wrong terminology. Okay.
The money was never budgeted.
After we talked about it, you said we could come up with it. We figured out that we could come up with it, but it was never budgeted. You're
Yeah,
right. It was
yeah.
never. But we never voted on a budget for $100,000. But we figured out we could spend the money. So I'm thinking the money we were planning on spending with that, we can
Can't we
spend
apply
money.
it to?
You go back to the same thing of you're just taking it from somewhere else.
'Cause it was
It's not-
never
we're
put
not
in
coming
the
up
line.
with it more. We're just, instead of getting Ryan something, the
Right.
leak detection system, we're putting it towards that. Or instead of getting, radios, that we're putting it towards that. So,
So what's the
we were
problem?
just taking it from somewhere else.
But it does take the pressure off.
Yeah.
We
So
thought
what's
we
the
were gonna
problem?
pay
I mean,
that,
if we were
yeah.
taking it from this, if we were gonna already do that,
Right, okay.
why not?
I know, but you're saying, oh, we already had this money, so we could just use it for something else, but we never did. So you're saying, oh, now that we have this money that we never appropriated, now we can put it somewhere else that we didn't appropriate. It doesn't make any sense. The money was never there. We can't move it from one place to another. It never existed.
Feel better.
You know what I'm saying?
We have less commitment.
I understand.
The money didn't just pop up. That 50,000 is not just free now.
Right.
I never said that.
You just did.
Did I say the money's free now?
Yes.
What he's saying with the free is that it's not allocated to anything.
I understand that.
But it was
All I'm
already-
saying is,
Yeah, you said
allocated
now
to
that the money's
other
not
items.
going towards the 50,000 for them. Now we can use it for the trails. That money's freed up, is what you said in essence. Yes or no?
Well, it is yes and no.
well,
It's not.
My-
The money never existed.
my point was,
No, we would have
yes,
had
it
to pay.
never existed, but we were still
Yeah.
planning on spending it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We were still planning on spending $100,000. So. But anyway, hey, you guys do what you want. I don't care.
But we didn't have that in the budget.
So,
You guys vote on it.
so we're still under the contract with Lakeland for 100,000. My only
No, we're
question is,
not. We're not. That contract is null and void. We're
then,
not under
then we have to
contract.
pay the money back. The money was supposed to be under contract by January 30th or December 31st of last year. So if that contract's gone, the money's gone.
It is under contract still. It's allocated. The money has to be allocated.
No. The money has to be under contract. I submitted paperwork on the ARPA website saying what the money was under contract for with a copy of the contract.
Right.
Now the contract is gone, the money is gone.
I don't think it has to be gone. I think we can still spend it as long as it's still allocated for, fiber internet. But I see what you're saying.
What I was told was that it had to be under contract. Not allocated, you're talking about appropriate, you're talking about in the budget, it's
Yep,
always in
exactly.
the budget, it doesn't go anywhere unless you spend it. But it had to be under contract, it had to be
Okay.
under contract or spent by December 31st. And I had to put in there who was under contract for, how much, when the completion date was supposed to be, what the service was for, all that,
Okay, so the money's gone. Let's not even worry about it then.
that's what
All
I
right,
think.
money's gone.
Well,
All right,
I-
let's
I
not
would-
worry about it. No more discussion. No more discussion. All right? No more discussion. Next subject.
That's what I was told.
Are you guys all familiar with New Allen Alliance?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There's a new meeting. I think she's taking a survey right now for seeing what everybody's available for times. I just got it today from the president of Lindsay Preston, the president of New Allen Alliance. So they're gonna have a meeting. They typically have meetings once a month. This one, they're gonna have a meeting and they're gonna talk about SCA 1. You know, the nuances of the change we've just been discussing here, the change in the property tax revenue. I recommend, she's inviting anybody that wants to go to this meeting to go to it. So I'm asking if anybody has any interest in going to this next New Allen Alliance meeting so that we can all, each community can talk about what they're planning to do and we can
So when is it?
get a better idea of how it's gonna shape up. What's that?
When is it?
The 9th,
The 9th?
December 9th, yeah.
Next Tuesday, what time?
There's no time yet. She sent me a link for like a survey link to see what time everybody know. I can't even find it in here anymore. Special invitation, okay. I'll send this meeting, this email to you with the link. And just to let you know, I got this email today at 1:26, so it's not like I held it for a week. Submit what you think would be the best time. Alright, I don't have anything else. John, do you have anything?
Nope.
Terry, do you have anything else?
Nope.
Dean?
No, sir.
Vicky? Skylar?
Nothing from me.
Oh, come on. I know you have a question. Okay. Just messing with you. Alright, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move. Close.
Second.
All's in favor?